I'm Lama Tandrapa, and I would like to introduce to you the idea of holding patterns and why they hurt so much. As you probably know, a majority of people suffer from some degree of discomfort and pain in their bodies. Millions of people seek physicians' attention. They take painkillers and various other drugs that are often addictive and have terrible side effects. Plus, they cost a lot. And they also go to chiropractors, they go to massage therapists, they seek all kinds of other alternative health professionals' help so that they would feel better. If you are among people who are suffering from chronic pain and tension, I have some good news for you. First of all, I understand how uncomfortable and painful chronic pain can be because I've experienced it myself. But that's not the good news. The good news is that I know how to relieve this pain by releasing undue tension. And in order to understand the root causes of your tension, let me just give you a demonstration of a particular holding pattern that is responsible for chronic shoulder pain. As a matter of fact, over the last several months, I've conducted an interview on Facebook and other social networks asking people where they hurt most. And shoulder pain turned out to be number one area of the body causing trouble. One of the reasons why shoulders hurt so much is because there is too damn much tension. What kind of tension causes shoulder pain? Most prevalent is the tension in the trapezius muscles, the upper traps. The shoulders ride up towards the ears when there's too much tension in the shoulder muscles called trapezius. And that also causes headaches. It also limits range of motion. Like you can't reach as far if your shoulders are stuck. And there's also going to be a psychological component to this holding pattern. Let me explain. Holding patterns, by and large, are somatic manifestations of certain states of consciousness. By somatic, I mean physical body actually reflects your mental states. This body language is completely unconscious, and most people hold these tension patterns for a long, long time, meaning for months and years and sometimes decades. An example of that would be the pattern that I just mentioned, holding in. It's actually a pattern of tension associated with not only pain in the shoulders, but also pain in the lower arms, even the hands, even the fingers have too much tension. Often the person feels like their hands are always cold when they hold in. And that is because there's too much tension in the arms and shoulders preventing the blood from flowing freely down the arms. So obviously, without the blood flow, the hands are going to be cold. It also can cause headaches simply because there is too much tension occluding the blood flow to the head and brain. And there's also going to be a fair amount of tension around the diaphragm, obstructing breathing. So when people think, I'm going to learn how to do some correct breathing and I'm going to be okay, often it doesn't work out because the reason why they were not breathing right is not being addressed. Just trying to do the technique without removing the obstacle that you have within your own body is not going to make the technique work. In order for breathing patterns to improve, you actually need to address the root cause. The root cause in this case is often emotional. That's right. It's actually a specific emotion that is manifested in the form of a holding in pattern. What kind of emotion is it? Well, if you ever see me do this for an extended period of time, what would you think is in my mind? Do I look like I'm courageous? Do I look like I'm assertive? Do I look like I have high self-esteem? Do I look like I'm a go-getter and I'm going to succeed in my life? Probably not. Probably it looks like I either need to pee or I'm holding in some kind of emotion, most likely fear. That's right. Fear is the root cause of this particular holding pattern. So if a person is in fear, consciously or most likely unconsciously, there's going to be some tension in the body. It's very difficult to imagine a person who is in fear who doesn't have undue tension. Have you ever experienced fear? I'm sure you have. Do you remember what it felt like in your body? You probably felt almost like shivering if you were really, really terrified. And you don't have to be terrified completely to experience this holding pattern. So fear can be relatively low level, maybe just worries, or maybe just concerns. Still, they will affect your physical body, and that will in turn create energy blockages that will prevent energy from circulating freely and also will wreak havoc in your health, including chronic pain. In order to relieve this chronic pain, we need to address fear in the first place. And that's something that I will dedicate a complete program to, how to address not only fear, but all kinds of other emotional issues that manifest somatically in a variety of holding patterns. I invite you to enjoy this program, and if you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them below this video as well. I look forward to working with you. Namaste.